how much money you make?
I don't know, 70,000 last month. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I'm serious too. Seriously, how much money you make?
I told you, 70,000. Well, technically 72,000 last month.
You made 72 grand in 1 month.
Oh, gosh. You don't have to be the Wolf of Wall Street to use the stock market and to help you accomplish some of your financial goals. We've got a guest here today that says you don't have to be smart. You just have to have common sense, too. We talked about that.
That's right.
Here is Clark Hodges. He's going to explain how we should go about entering the game if we've never done it before.
Right.
And I had fun talking to you in advance and learning about you. Your father has had this, your family has owned this company.
Yes.
And you were not going into it.
Right.
Okay, you were the third of 3 children, so you were going to take the road less traveled.
Right.
But you went into real estate and decided that you would go into the family business,
right.
and you've done real well.
Right, glad I did, very much so.
So do you think that's kind of inherent in young people that grow up in a household where there is a company or their parents worked in something that you think, I want to be different?
I think it depends on the child. I was a little bit more independent, and I kind of felt like, hey, that's Dad's deal.
That's right.
I want to do my own. But I came to the realization that being a team player and help building the family business, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's a great way to go through life. And that's really what I learned growing up.
Here's what's interesting. With you building your family business, you are now in the business of helping other families
Right.
build their own business through the stock market.
Right.
But I don't know how to do that. So it scares me because I think I don't know much. Am I not like a lot of people?
I think you're like a lot of people because you see movies like that and you think, they're going to take my money and run with it. They're liars. They're cheaters. Nobody wins. You've heard recently about this book, The Stock Market is Rigged. And,
yes.
and that's the stuff that people hear because it's bad news and it sells, it's a headline maker, but it's not the reality. The reason you need to be in the stock market and not the bond market or any of these other investments is because you need to keep up with inflation. If you had $100,000 30 years ago, and you went down to the Cadillac store, you could buy 10 Cadillacs.
Mm-hmm.
If you had that same $100,000, you could buy one.
Well, I couldn't even buy one
so
unless
you
it was
need,
used.
and most people don't realize, you need to keep up with inflation. And the bond market doesn't do that. But the stock market, traditionally, over time, history tells us it does.
So when you go into the stock market, do you go in to make a fast buck? Get in, get out?
No.
You want to stay the distance.
Right.
And watch it grow.
A trader and an investor, there's 2 totally different things.
What's the difference?
Well, an investor is like a Warren Buffett, okay? He buys and he holds and he buys companies and he knows the value of them, but he's not worried about what they're going to trade for tomorrow. He's worried about what they're going to trade for 5 and 6 years down the road. He's a billionaire many times over. I don't know one billionaire that's a trader. The traders want to get in, make a quick buck, and get out. And they're searching for money right now because you can't win in the stock market. It's very much like going to Vegas. You may have a few successes, but in the long run, you're not, and you're going to help build those massive hotels out there.
And you know, Buffett is the one that said, and I love this, he said, don't invest in something you don't know anything about.
Right.
And do you
That's common
subscribe
sense.
to that?
I subscribe to that. Now, there's some technology stuff, being in my age range, that I don't understand. And I'll put a little faith in like an Elon Musk who's built a car business from the ground up, or a Steve Jobs, who I don't understand how their minds work, and I don't understand how to make those kinds of products. But I can see on a daily basis these products work, and they help me in my life. So.
All right, so let's say that I walked in, and you're primarily talking about millenniums right now, young people daring to go into the stock market with maybe $50.
Right.
Explain that.
Well,
could somebody really go into it with $50?
Without a doubt. The millennials are psychologically handcuffed because of the recession of 2008. They probably saw their parents lose a lot of money in the stock market. They probably saw their parents lose their house. So they're sitting there thinking, I'm not doing that game. I'm not going to do the stock market. I'm not going to buy a house. And that's the wrong way to be. Very much like somebody who lived through
That's
the Great
right.
Depression. They were risk adverse their whole life
That's
after
right.
that. But with $50 a month, you can dollar cost average into any mutual fund.
What do you mean dollar cost?
Well, in other words, you're sending $50 a month, and you're getting that $50 out of your hands into the mutual fund
Yes.
that you're investing in. And whether that fund's risen or gone down in value, you're buying $50 a month. And over time, you're lowering your cost, and your $50 that you don't miss every month turns into a nice amount of money.
You don't
Right.
miss it.
Right.
But it would add up if you did it every month.
But then you're buying American companies.
Yes.
You're owning America, and that's the way to get wealthy. But so many people who don't know that with $50 they can do something like that, they're out buying, you know, Starbucks and shoes and things like that. If they knew that $50 could really take care of their future in a lot of ways, they probably have a different mindset.
It's something to think about, and you're probably feeling ready maybe to dabble in the stock market. Clark can help you make smart choices. I've talked to him a lot before we did this interview today, and we'll put you in touch with him. Just head to our website at thebroadcasttv.com and click on today's links. We've got more Table Talk next, and gosh knows, I don't know what it's going to be about, but it'll be something stimulating, I guarantee.